More than 50% candidates fail the CFA exam every year, and it's not because they aren't smart. It's because they make the same mistakes over and over again. I've worked closely with thousands of CFA students across all three levels, and we've seen exactly where they go wrong. So we tried to think, why not share these insights with you too? In this video, we're breaking down the real reasons why CFA exam candidates fail and how you can avoid the same mistakes. So let's start with the toughest problem, right? Many students underestimate the CFA exam. They either sometimes they overestimate. They think it's too difficult or they think it's quite easy. They think, I've done finance in college, so I'll just revise last minute and get through. But CFA is not an academic test. It's a professional qualification designed to test you on how to think like a real finance professional. On average, a CFA Level 1 requires at least 300 hours of prep as per the CFA Institute. But many candidates start late or don't stick to a strategy. So, mistake number one, passive studying. They read textbooks, watch videos, sit through lectures, and that is not enough. The CFA exam tests application, not just theory. So the most important thing is practice, which most students don't do. Mistake number two, weak time management. A lot of candidates panic in the last 30 days. They try to cram formulas or speed through topics like ethics or derivatives. Now, you've probably read through all the concepts, but you really didn't understand so many of them. So when you're facing a high difficulty question, the application-based question in the exam, once again, you might just blank out. So what's the solution? Please start early, guys. Make a study plan and then ensure that it is into conceptual studies as well as actually solving questions. And do not save the mocks for the last week. At least start giving mocks a month before your exams. Mistake number three, ignoring ethics as a subject. Now here's a pro tip. Ethics can literally make or break your CFA result. It's also the most confusing and ambiguous section if you haven't practiced enough. So the suggestion here is, ethical dilemmas are tricky and most students either skip ethics till the end or don't take it seriously. They think that it's ethics, I can obviously answer it what I feel is the most ethical answer. It does not work like that. Practicing ethics questions regularly will help you understand the spirit behind the standards. It trains you to identify subtle traps and respond the way the CFA Institute expects us to. By doing this on the exam day, you will feel more confident facing those gray area questions. Finally, many students fail not because they didn't know the content, but because they froze during the exam. So a way to make that work is once again mock exams. Think about it like this. If you're going to give 3 mock exams, which I highly recommend you do, you give the first mock exam. You don't really score well, you carefully review every mistake, whether it's conceptual or a calculation error. You revise those concepts, then take a second mock. Let's say this time you score a little higher. This way, you're not repeating the mistakes and your score literally improves. Do the same thing once again for the third one. No shortcuts. Lock yourself in a room for the entire duration of the mock exam and give it like a real exam. It might seem tedious, but this will be a game changer, guys. So if you're preparing for CFA, do not make these mistakes. Stay consistent. Please don't just read, but practice, self-evaluate, and simulate exam conditions. So guys, the question here is, which CFA level are you preparing for? Drop it in the comments, and if you want tips or a study plan, click in the link given in the description below. Like the video if this has helped and subscribe if you haven't.